Welcome back to another episode of the OKC Redcast. I'm Tyler Vaughn.
And I'm Allan Langston. And we're here to bring you the best darn perspective on Manchester United you've ever heard.
That is some international break optimism. I like it, Allan. Feeling good after that 3-2 win over Burnley, huh? It's been a good break.
Dude, I've never been more amped. That Burnley team is good. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Plus Onana got shipped out, so we are ready to go.
Save it for the pod. We'll go ahead and introduce a returning special guest to the show. It's James Ward. James, how's it going, buddy?
Good. I'm glad to be back. Always glad to sit down and record with you guys.
Yeah, appreciate you jumping on and lending us your expertise at all things United and the game of football. So let's just jump right in, guys. It's been a few weeks since we recorded, but on the last one we were previewing the season, and since then we've kind of had a mixed bag of results starting the season. 1-1 in league play, and then the League Cup game, which we don't need to talk about anything, but that happened too. So,
personally,
Allan,
I don't think. I told Mom this morning last. I was like, the League Cup is fine. Like we don't need it. Focus on the FA Cup and the league, both of which offer us tickets back to Europe. So,
yeah, for sure.
But I feel like it's just another trophy that we don't need. You know, it would have been nice to compete for. Don't get me wrong, but it's like it doesn't aside from prize money, it doesn't offer us anything.
Yeah, the thing I think we'll miss out on is just more game time since we're only playing one game a week in the Prem. It would be nice to get some of the backups some more game time and just experience and see what else we have.
That's fair. I didn't necessarily think about that, but I mean, I don't know. The FA Cup, is the more prestigious what's the word? Contest, I guess. So I mean, I'd much rather win another FA Cup than the League Cup. So because then
I'm with you there.
Because then not only that, then we get to play. We're automatically in the Community Shield for next year. So another piece of silverware. So
yeah, I'm totally with you. I would much rather win the FA Cup or even get top four. Like if you were to tell me you're not going to get an FA Cup or the League Cup, but you will finish top four. I mean, honestly, I'd probably take that over those two trophies. As weird as that might sound, I just think we need to prioritize the league and try to do a lot better. But if we can get Europa or Champions League again, that'd be awesome. I don't really care to mess with.
Hell, even
the Conference League.
Yeah, I was just about to say, or we could even pull a Chelsea and just do an undefeated run into the Conference League.
I know going from 15th to Conference League is definitely an improvement, but I would much rather see us at least
it still
play Europa or Champions League.
It gives us more prize money too. It's all about the European prize money.
For sure, yeah, for sure. But yeah, I'm with you. League Cup. I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. You just don't want to lose to Grimsby Town in the second round in the way that we did.
No,
that was bad.
The way that we lost was terrible. But it's it's done and dusted. We got more. We got more important things to worry about. So.
Was the point made? Sorry, I dropped out for a minute. That having so few games this season is just detrimental in general because guys will have less opportunity to play. I mean, I think this is you're talking about that.
Allan said that. Yeah. I told him I hadn't really thought about that.
That's the biggest thing for me is that guys that are already worried about playing time are not going to get it now. So, but yeah, we can move on to that. But looking at league form, Allan, you feeling optimistic about things? I mean, it's kind of been a mixed bag so far.
Yeah, I mean, Arsenal was great. Fulham was good for like a half. Burnley was good for maybe 60 to 70 minutes at the time, but we still just can't seem to put a full 90 together. And, there's just too many mistakes, whether through the midfield or at the back or, the goalkeeper. We're just letting teams that shouldn't probably be in touch of us. And you can also criticize the lack of finishing on the other end. Hey, there's a cat. Oh, whoa, hey, that's not this kind of channel. Oh. Hello.
Come on, Minerva. Come on.
That was amazing, James. That's some good content right there.
Not going to allow us.
Definitely a profile pic right there.
There you go.
But yeah, I think we've been doing all right. Did you guys see the stats through the first 3 games offensively
Yeah, most
in the Premier League
shots of
for
any team
us.
in the league so far. Bruno has the most.
Expected
Yeah,
goals.
XG. Bruno's got the most creating actions or some whatever the term was of any player in the top 5 leagues, and
Yep.
what
Accurate crosses, accurate long balls. Like it's looking good. I'm not saying that's going to continue over the entire Premier League season for us, but if we could stay in the top 4 in most of those categories, that would be a huge improvement off of last year. And I would assume at some point we'll start putting away the chances.
Yeah, but say if we can just actually score a goal, it's if we could just actually finish, it would be great. But it's so far we've been a little we're throwing everything but the kitchen sink at the goal, and it's just not hitting. So
Yeah, I think you guys are on the right track. I think it's definitely looking better. It's passing. I mean, outside of the whatever that was at Grimsby, it's been solid. They got to find a way. Sheshko's going to have to get going. But when you have quality like Mbumo and Cunha and guys like that, Bruno, I mean, it's already miles ahead of where it was last year, just in terms of quality, and the goals will come. It's just got to keep going at it, and eventually they'll start going in. But
What area of the pitch worries you guys the most so far, would you say?
still midfield, right? Central midfield, just getting overrun in there. Probably needed to get somebody in the window. Maybe somebody with a little more mobility, a little more legs. And now that Mount's going to be out again, maybe for a while, who knows? I mean, he looked like he was maybe the first guy in there to replace Casemiro or Bruno. Yeah, I don't know. I think well, I guess we'll see what happens against City, and if we get overrun in the midfield without. We'll talk about that in a minute, but I'll be curious to see how he handles that, because I think it would have been dead
I
on to
haven't,
be Bruno.
I haven't
And
heard it. I'm about to say I haven't heard anything about Mount being hurt. I didn't know Mount was out. So
yeah, he went out in our last game, didn't he? He went off like halftime. They didn't say why. Yeah, he was an early sub at the.
I do remember that. Yeah, I do remember he came off at halftime. Yeah.
I don't think they said what it was.
It was.
It's like Cunha. They
I think
kept
it was
it
just
under wraps.
precaution. Yeah, I think it was just precaution.
Well,
Because I don't think he played for England in the international either. So
I don't think he was getting called up anyway.
he should. Then again,
James, what do you see? What do you see on the field? What's worried you the most?
I mean, honestly, I feel like still a little bit troubled about the defense. But I mean, there's also there's nothing we can do about it right now. It's going to take if we can get to January, maybe pick up somebody else to shore up like a defensive midfielder if we can play center back and mid. But it's I feel like defense is going to be, especially going to the City against the weekend. City having lost the last 2 of their games, they're going to be gunning for it. So I feel like our defense is going to have to be the absolute best. And I mean, Martinez is still out through injury. Mazraoui is still out through injury. I don't know if Mazraoui is going to come back at any point.
I think he's back because he played.
He played a little bit. Did he? I would say I don't know how long he played.
It was like 20 minutes or something, but I haven't heard that he's injured. I think he's all right.
I thought he was out with injury. That's why I thought he had, because he didn't start the first. I don't think he was even on the bench for the first 2 games, was he?
No, but he came into the third
Yeah,
against
he was
Burnley.
subbing that one. I don't know if he played in the international break.
I'm hoping that I really like Mazraoui. I think we should use him more. I don't know that he's a starter, but I think he should definitely be used. I keep wondering the way he handles the ball. I just don't know about his passing range, but I keep wondering if he could cover in the midfield for us and maybe do a little bit better than like a Casemiro or
Ten
something.
Hag tried to play him as a 10 one, so I guess he's
currently. I don't know about him attacking, but I think he could play.
I don't think he's got the shooting to be a 10. So
no, of course not.
Yeah, that was an interesting
but Ten Hag
start by Ten Hag.
out of the job along with 2 other former Man United managers. So
yeah, that's brutal. That's brutal. Did you guys see the injury list for City though?
I mean, I thought Bush went down for Egypt, so that helps us a bit, I think.
Cherky, Phil Foden, Nwari, John Stones, O'Reilly, Rico Lewis, and Vardiol all apparently are injured.
I saw John Stones because John Stones pulled out of England like right before, I want to say, the first game. So I did see John Stones, but I didn't see the other one. So I'm really wondering who's going to start in goal for them, because they just got Donnarumma, but it was only on the last day of the transfer window, and then he was immediately off for international duty with Italy. So, like, are you starting Donnarumma and just hoping for the best, or are you starting Trafford, who's at least had more time with the squad?
You could ask the same question for our team,
Oh yeah, you could.
for United.
It's going to be an interesting game. Like just because they got a bunch of players that injured. Our players are all over the place at best.
Yeah. What do you think, Tyler? Do you think they start Bindier, or do you think they start the new man,
Oh, I
Lamans?
think Bindier starting. By the way, I should have said that. Bindier
I
is
think
definitely
so.
starting.
I think so too.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
don't
I
usually
agree,
throw
James.
in a guy. I don't even think it's guaranteed that Lamans is going to be the number one right away. I mean, assuming he can catch a ball, then I think that puts him, ahead of Bayindir. And I would have said before when you asked the question about what I'm most concerned about, I would have said goalkeeper probably just because we give away so many cheap goals because we can't guys cannot parry a ball or catch a ball, and I hope that is sorted out with Lamans. I assume he's going to need some an adjustment period. It reminds me a lot of De Gea on paper, a similar profile when he came in and took some time to settle in before he kind of found his feet. But I think Bayindir starts for sure, just because he's been there and he's had time with the team. Lamans has had no time at all. I think he just reported this week, right? Like yesterday. So I mean,
Yeah, I mean he hasn't played. He hasn't had time. So
that would be a lot to throw in
Yeah.
a relatively inexperienced keeper into a derby away from home in your first game, and hope it works out.
I actually think Bindier's been pretty good, especially with his distribution. He just keeps making mistakes on the corners.
Yeah,
wasn't
Um,
Binder was the one who assisted
he,
Or like almost Acuna in that last game, wasn't he?
he had the ball over the
yeah.
top that ended up being Mbumo's goal, right? Wasn't that his long ball that found Dallo and Dallo cut it back? I think that was Bindir's ball. Yeah, no, I have no problems with distribution.
Xerxes headed it on
That's
to
what it was.
Dallo, but yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
started from the back. I mean, no, I have no problems with Bindir overall. It's just he's just like a lot of our keepers have been, and he's prone for just terrible mistakes, and you just can't have that. It's just not good enough. And he's an okay shot stopper, but we've seen enough of
I'm
him. He's
I'm
not a starting keeper for United.
I'm telling you guys the same thing I told you the last time I was on. Should have got Jordan Pickford. Should have got Jordan Pickford.
I mean, I guess
He'd be an
he's
improvement.
better,
He'd be
but
an
yeah, I
improvement.
still
At
I don't
least
know.
he can save. At least he can save penalties.
Well, I think Lions was pretty good at that.
Bindier, Bindier kicked Arsenal's butt last year in the FA Cup penalty
That's true.
shootout. So,
But then we choked
any
to Villa or
Grimsby,
Palace after that. So
yeah, yeah, but and then arguably we'd probably still be in the League Cup if Onana wasn't in goal against Grimsby.
I mean,
Both of those goals he gave up, I thought, were just awful
sure.
goalkeeping.
I mean, it was an easy
the
one to be
com
like your
the
last ever
comedy
game.
bearers.
Yeah, and I mean that was if that's his last ever game. I mean, it would not be surprising that we'll never see him again, just because that was everything that's wrong with him all in one game packaged together. He did it all. It was the total highlight package for Onana in that game. Um, yeah, we kind of already started talking about it. So the transfer window is partially closed. I mean, how would you guys grade it? I think they haven't announced the Onana deal, the Trabzonspor, that's how you say it, right? But it sounds like that's about to happen any day, right? He's gone.
At least on loan.
Yeah, on loan. Which is it? Any sort of obligation to buy or anything like that, or is it just a straight up loan? I saw they're recovering his salary, which is nice,
I
Yeah,
haven't seen much of the
it,
details.
and he's making more money because
yeah,
there's bonuses tied in. So potentially, if they finish in Champions League places, he'll make more money than he did for United.
well, they have less taxes, is what I heard. The
That's
Athletic
part of it.
reported they have less taxes in Turkey, so you're going to bring home more. And then, yeah, they're basically renting him. There's no obligation to
Okay,
buy. There's no loan fee.
just a
It's
loan,
just, hey, he wants
good
game
old
time,
fashioned loan.
so
You
see
don't see
ya.
those.
And also, we don't need this many goalkeepers.
Well,
So honestly, we should try him in the midfield. Really, see how much ground he can cover. Just have to remind him he can't use his hands, but he's not very good at doing that anyway. So should be fine.
well, he will join the bomb squad. So Rashford, or not Hoyland, excuse me, Garnacho, Sancho, Anthony, Malacia didn't move yet. It doesn't look like. And then Hoyland is out. So I mean, are you guys happy with those outgoings? We usually don't see that many guys moved on. I feel like it was pretty productive in terms of getting Amram got rid of the guys he wanted to get rid of.
I feel like it
Yeah.
definitely took a lot longer than it should have, but I feel like we were bargaining from a position of like low power. So the
No, yeah,
clubs knew we needed them out, and so they were able to just they were able to just haggle us to death. So
Yeah. Huge wages are never going to work in our favor. And when you make it public that guys are not wanted, it's just, why would anybody? They're just going to sit around and wait until it's
I
price is lower.
I personally think it's hilarious that Garnacho went to Chelsea of all places, just because Chelsea was like a revolving door. I mean, just like the past couple of transfer windows. But it's it's just I don't know. I feel like if I was him, I mean, we also don't know like what went on behind this. I mean, Chelsea might have been the only ones to make an offer, but it's like you know, from a perspective, it's like how much playing time do you think you're going to get at Chelsea? You know,
He'll get his shot. I mean, they gave Sancho a fair shake at it, and I think he wanted to stay in the Premier League. That was important to him, and there was no other suitors that were Champions League caliber teams that wanted him for a variety of reasons, I'm sure. So yeah, he'll be gone within what two transfer windows, 2 years tops. Like I mean, yeah, he's no one stays long term at
probably.
Chelsea, do they? I mean,
Yeah, I mean
Thanks for the
he'll be on to Real Madrid.
yeah, that's what he wants anyway. And there's a sell on fee I think involved in that deal. So fine, bye. I mean, sucks. He's going to be great. He just not the best attitude, and yeah, just didn't work out. That's part of
I
it.
feel like his attitude was like I mean I think his attitude got worse the past like season or so, but he used to be like he was
Oh
you
no, yeah.
know
I guess more towards like the when Amram came in and his cryptic social media things and just little things you don't do as a professional.
his brother never shut up.
I
It
mean,
was always Garnacho's brother said this, Garnacho's brother said this. It was just he never shut up.
yeah, it's probably just
yeah.
more of a head case than what Amram wanted to deal with, which is fine.
Did you guys see his quotes in one of his interviews already for Chelsea? He was talking about Man United being the biggest club in the world, and it kind of sounded like he basically said he was sad it ended the way he did. It's not what he wanted, but he'll always view United as the biggest in the
Oh
world.
well,
And
I mean, good for him. Maybe he can come back one day like his idol Ronaldo did.
There you go.
and then, did you see his first video with training with
No,
Chelsea?
Mm-hmm.
They're like showing him working out, and it looks like he's never worked out in his life. Like he is exhausted, and like, how do you do this exercise? And I'm like, man, have you never worked out before at United? Like,
he's got to
what
stop
is
vaping. He's
this?
got that vape pen on him all the time, man. It's not good.
It's true.
His
Uh,
lungs are
He
his lungs
does.
are
He
shot.
that's
does. He
funny.
does. He does like to vape a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. I am disappointed. I really wanted that one to work out, and but
Yeah,
Out of the
same.
two, I'm glad we kept Mainu, and rather than Garnacho, I think Mainu is a harder worker, and assuming nothing else happens that makes him leave in January. I'm perfectly fine keeping him. So
I think if he doesn't get playing time, he's going to try and force a move. I mean, he wants. I mean, he's already said it, right? He wanted a loan deal just so he could get playing time to get called for England. And Tuchel came out and said the reason why he's not included is because he's not playing enough. Great player, but you got to play to get in the side. And
I
yeah,
mean, yeah, but Tuchel also called Rashford up to the last thing, and Rashford hadn't been playing before his Barcelona start either.
yeah, I think that
So if the argument is on merit, it's like why call Rashford up?
Rashford. Yeah, I know that's a tough one, but I think they probably have a greater need or less of a need for a guy like Manu right now. Like they're pretty stacked in there. So I don't know. He's just not playing at all. Like has he played? He didn't play in any of the first two games, did he? Like 0 minutes, and then got time at
Played
Grimsby
He
against
played
Burnley, yeah.
Grimsby.
and played against Burnley. And he was pretty solid against Burnley. I thought he had a decent little cameo there because he came on for Mount, right? He was the halftime sub, so he got
I think
45
so.
minutes. And maybe he'll
Yeah,
get more time now that
yeah.
if Mount is out for a bit. I don't know. I don't want to see him leave at all. I think he's going to be one of the best in the world. In a few years' time. What is he? He was only 20. What 21? 20? How old is he?
Yeah, I think he's 20 or
Yeah. So I
21.
mean, he is well ahead of his years, and I mean, you got guys like Paul Scholes saying that he's miles ahead of where he was at his age, and no, I would. They got to do whatever they can to make him happy, but it's another thing without League Cup, without Europe. I mean, you've got fewer games to try and give these guys opportunities, and I am worried that he's not going to play much, and he doesn't fit Amram's system super well at the moment. He's going to have to work on his game, and he's basically been told you got to displace Bruno, which does that ever happen? I don't know. I don't think it's going to happen. So, um, It's only
I mean,
Bruno.
Yeah, that's the tough
there'll,
part. He's behind
there'll
Bruno.
be FA Cup games. I mean, it's
Yeah, there's guaranteed one FA Cup game, and at most you got 4, right? I mean, you got or 5. That's not that many games. You need to have 0 before January, so there's no time before the next window. Like he's gonna have to figure it out. Or he'll have one. They'll have one in January. That'll be the third round when they jump in. So, uh, it's not a lot of opportunity for him unless some guys go down. So I
They just he needs to sub more, in my opinion. Like Amram needs to be subbing him in
and
more.
hopefully he will. Hopefully that's more of it. I hate to see a guy like that try and force a move for. And I get it. It's just it kind of makes me feeling a little leaves a sour taste that a guy's putting England over his club. But I mean that's how it is for some guys. So I don't know. I don't know.
I think he saw the writing on the wall and just was like, okay, well, if I'm not going to get much playing time, send me somewhere that I can play so I can at least make the World Cup
and I get
squad. I don't think he's necessarily picking England over United. I think he's just trying to say, well, if this manager doesn't fancy me in these, in this formation, then at least send me somewhere that I can play and maybe make the squad. Because a World Cup only comes every 4 years.
The way I
so it's a
saw
big
it
deal.
was that he wanted a loan, just for playing time, but the club said no to a loan. Like they wanted it was almost like they wanted a permanent sell or no, nothing else.
I don't think they want to get rid of him at all. I think they want him to stay because they see him as a valuable member of the squad, and especially in years to come. It's just they're not going to get rid of a guy like that unless crazy money were to come in. I mean, unless you're talking 75 million or something north of that. Like I don't think they were ever going to move Mainu on, regardless of what he wanted, which sucks for him. But I mean, he could be very important to us this year, and because we don't have guys stay healthy very long. I mean, there's no chance we're going to go unscathed between Mount and Bruno and Ugarte and Casemiro. Like guys will go down at some point, so he'll get his chance. It's just hopefully he gets enough of it to prove that he can get a spot in the English team. Because that sucks. I mean, I get it, and he's one of their better players. Well, he was influential in their Euros run, right? So I mean, he was.
Good.
Think he almost deserves a spot based on past performances and knowing just how good he really is. So I don't know. That's a tough one, though. It really is tough, and I feel for the kid. But
hey, question for you guys: are you good with 3 attackers, or would you rather have seen United maybe just buy 2 attackers and get a midfielder?
I mean, can we just
personally,
do it all?
Personally, I'm fine with 3 attackers. I feel like it was a necessary injection. Of 3 players of really high caliber, players who are, who know how to score goals. Like they're not, they don't. It's not like, don't get me wrong. Like I like Højlund. I really feel like, I'm glad that he's only going on loan and that he hasn't, permanently left. I hope he does really well for Napoli. Because Napoli been, on fire the past, 2 seasons. So I really hope Napoli's, really able to, hone his killer instinct and he comes back so, and can swap in and out. But I feel like the 3 striker change was good. And I feel, it was also, I was reading articles, like, it's one of the few times, like, back in the day, Man United's like, oh, like, we don't like our attacking players. Let's just get some new attacking players. And, which is very ironic considering, according to, Ineos, we would have been broke by, December. But we found the money for players somewhere. So
yeah,
I
broke.
Feel like it was
broke
needed.
to Tim Ratcliffe does not mean broke to what everyone else thinks broke means.
That's true. That's very true.
He loses like a billion and he's broke.
I'd like to be broke like Sir Jim Ratcliffe.
People broke and, our level of broke is totally different.
Yeah.
I think Højlund, it's a obligation to buy, and they have to pay a fee like they did with Sancho to send him back.
Yeah.
So I hope he does well, but most likely he's gone unless they decide to pay the fee and send him back to us. I think he could be a good player too, though, James. I'm bummed that he came when he did, and it didn't work out for him at all under Ten Hag or Emrim, and same thing Sesko's kind of dealing with. We're just not getting them the ball very much. They're kind of left out to dry as the strikers up top. But yeah, I kind of lean towards maybe not buying Sesko and getting a midfielder because I think the midfield could be kind of an issue throughout the season. I really like Cunha and Mbeumo.
We don't have one before, and I'm not sold on Sesko yet. I mean, I think he's going to be an improvement, but he's not guaranteed to score goals. But yeah, I mean, we would be in the exact same boat, I think, or maybe slightly better. But like, we were creating tons of chances last year. Bruno's been putting up killer numbers for 5 years now without a proper striker ahead of him, and you've got to have guys that score goals. Like no team is going to win anything without.
I think Obi, Xerxes,
No.
Cunha, and Mbumo are enough. And then you have Mainu who can play up there. You have Mount also. He's not even playing Sesko. Like he's not even starting.
They're not even proper strikers. You need a guy who can actually get in the box and bang in goals. That's going to win balls in the air and score goals. And none of those guys that you listed can do that. I mean, we don't maybe cheat it.
But Sesko's not either. He's not even
yet.
starting.
And that's the idea, though, right? And we saw a little bit of it against Burnley, I think. They were getting some balls in. He had some, half-decent chances. Probably should have scored that one glancing header, honestly. I was a little disappointed there. But he's at least a target man, whereas I don't think, and you kind of saw towards the end, like Horland was supposed to be that guy. You could see they stopped trusting him, stopped playing balls into him, stopped trying to find him because it was a dead end. And I think I want Cunha and Mbumo, who are great going forward. I think you need them behind the striker, a little more creative, a little more, driving force, not just waiting for the ball up top. And hopefully, she can be that guy.
I've really liked Mbumo on the wings and doing the corners. Like it did kind of surprise me because I feel like for Brent, whenever he was playing for Brentford, I feel like he was in the box, receiving the ball, like trying for the header. So I'm kind of surprised that he's like, taking corners for us now. But I do like Mbumo attacking on the wings a lot. Like I've seen, his moves have been, pretty sick to watch.
That is a good point. It's nice to see someone else taking corners besides Bruno, right? Like his corners are really good too. So that's really nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Mount is taking some as well. Yeah, I think someone relieving Bruno of that constant duty is a good call.
I have a lot of,
but yeah, I just think
I have a lot of goodwill towards Mount still after how after last season, like in the Europa League and stuff, like his goals, like and even like earlier this season, like he's had some. You can definitely tell like he is putting the work in, because he's been out for injury for so long. He's putting the work in. He's like, he's not just going to give it up. So
you're such an Anglophile, you English sympathizer. That's what you're doing here. They can do no wrong.
And that's why do you think I want Jordan Pickford so bad?
I know, that's all I'm saying. It's like Mainu, best player I've ever seen. Love him, best work ethic.
If Shaw and Mount can stay healthy, they are good players. They really are. I was ready to move on from both of them at the end of last season, just because there was some games where I didn't think they offered a whole lot when they were healthy, but then they were so inconsistent at staying healthy. I was like, just move on from them. They're English players. Maybe we can get some money off of them. Let's just move on.
If there was a player,
but if they can stay healthy and keep doing this for us throughout the entire season, then I'm all for it.
There was a player that I was kind of surprised that didn't move, that maybe everybody was Casemiro, but even Casemiro has you can tell Casemiro's been putting the work in too. So
yeah, I agree.
Looks fitter. Yeah, another guy on huge wages, and I don't think he wanted to leave. I think he likes it and wants to play for a big club and not go to Saudi Arabia just yet. So I'm fine with that.
But just real fast, back to my original question. I just think I enjoy balance, and I think having another midfielder would have provided a bit more balance. I think there's going to be games that we're just going to have to win 3-2 or 4-3, and it's just going to provide too many opportunities, or we might lose 4-3. But there's just going to be too much opportunity with the midfield as open as it can be with the guys we have.
It's just I think now we have a problem of trying to shoehorn in Bruno to a position that he's not the best at. Obviously, still doing well at it. I think he's going to be a little maybe not as prolific, dropping deeper as he was going forward. But there's no way.
I think we're going to go for Baliba.
He's kind of had a rough start, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's the report.
Maybe.
Well, it's probably because we turned his head.
Know, right?
It's probably because United distracted him
and drop the price, and we'll come get you in January, buddy. Hold on. He's solid. He's another young one. Maybe. I don't know if he's worth $100 million. I don't know if anybody's worth $100 million. I think he'd be a good get, though, especially one if you're playing for the future. Guys like Mainu and Baliba could anchor our midfield for a decade if we play our cards right, but we typically don't play our cards right, too. We make a lot of bad decisions, but it seems like it's better.
This is a new regime. This is a new regime.
Yeah.
Tyler. Yeah. So maybe we'll play our cards right. I don't know about you guys, but I'd probably rate this transfer window like a 7.5. If they pulled off Baleba as well, I'd probably put it in a 9. If they got, I'm all for Lamans, but I think I would have felt better about Martinez just because you know what you're getting.
I was really surprised.
Yeah,
especially
Premier League proven.
When he didn't start the like because right before that when he didn't start for Villa, like I told mom, I was like,
Yeah.
that's it. Like the fact, but I mean, obviously Villa, went on and and lost that game. But like when he didn't start for Villa, I was like, holy shit, we are moving fast. Like that is, because that was like what, like a day after our game or something like that, and it was just, he
Yeah.
wasn't in their starting lineup, and it was like, there was no other explanation the fact that other than the fact that he was talking to us. But obviously now we know that that didn't happen. So, but I do agree that Martinez being a proven leader, being I want to say he's well, obviously he's not captain of Argentina because Messi exists, but like he's you know
Messi
yeah. Well,
exists,
I mean,
just so everyone knows.
just he's not. I was about to say Martinez
I'm
is
just kidding,
Martinez
James.
is captain, but I was like, I still don't think he is. But I mean, he might have captained the squad at some point. But like, I was very surprised, especially after just what happened with Villa that we did not get him, and I think it's but I guess he also signed a new contract. He was able to leverage that new contract with Villa. So I mean, more power to him. So
That's what United does. If we don't get you, you can get a new contract.
Yeah, he's on a lot of
Congratulations.
money, and he's what 33, 32, 33, somewhere in there. Like this is clearly a move for the future, and I'm all for that. If that's what they're doing, is trying to recruit younger talent that's going to be around for a little while, that's not going to cost as much. If that's the model, then like I'm fine with that. And I think Martinez is great. Like maybe not the best keeper in the Prem, but definitely top five probably. Would have been an upgrade, but I'm okay with him going for a different kind of profile player, assuming it works out. If he's good, then I'm okay with it. If he's bad, then they made a mistake. I think I'll play it that way. If that's okay.
Yeah.
I always play both
I am
sides
impressed.
so I can come out on top.
But I thought we did Martinez too. I
I
thought for
am
sure
in,
that was happening.
I'm in the same boat. I thought when he was out of the Villa squad, we were probably getting him. But yeah, I back to your question though, Tyler. I am impressed with how many we moved out and what we did in the transfer window. I think it's been pretty good. I think Ineos is showing that they're going to be pretty ruthless, and if you don't perform, then we're going to move on, and they're going to not be held ransom. I think Anthony was trying to get a $5 million payout, and they said, or 5 million, pound payout, and they were like, no, not going to
It was a
happen.
50%
And they
sell on for him too.
yeah, and Bettis still came in and bought him. They held their ground, and I think that was a good way to play it. I wish we would have sold a few more than just done loans, but we'll take it.
Completely agree. I give it maybe an 8. Yeah, just for the outgoings alone. I mean, with obviously some quality players, but getting those guys out of the books is huge. So, yeah, I'll say an 8, a B minus. Decent window, really good window. And I'm with you. If we'd gotten another midfielder, a central midfielder, that puts it up to a 9.5.
I'll give it an 8, and if we win this weekend, I'll bump it up to a 9.
I like that. That's the way to do it. If we win the league, it's a 10.
Exactly. There you go. Yeah, I mean, well, actually, I wouldn't
I
say
love
if we win
it.
the league.
If we finish top
Qualify for Europe.
10,
If we qualify for Europe,
there you go.
10.
Yeah,
No matter what competition, it's a 10.
fact.
But even the last window under Ineos, the first window under Ineos from last summer, I thought was a pretty good one. I know people were kind of like,
It seemed good. I mean, it didn't really.
But I thought DeLitt and Maserati and some of those guys were great pickups.
Bro, DeLicht is a warrior. He gives 110%. I mean, I've been a big fan of DeLicht ever since he started bleeding on the field. He said, "Just staple me up and send me back out there." Like just he was not willing to give it up.
Yeah,
No.
I agree. He's a warrior. Him and Martinez will be great on the field together, I think, in Euro. Man, Euro's so good. I've been really impressed with just how he continues. I think he's still learning and developing, but I think he started the season really good. And for being 19, he's really impressed.
He's 19 and one of our best players. I mean, that's crazy. And to be a center back in the Premier League at that age is like just. I mean, they said he
played. I think he played for France yesterday too. Like I think he either came on as a sub or he started.
Nice.
So I think
he played in the reserves, the U21s or whatever, U23s, whatever they are. But yeah, no, he's the real deal. I mean, they said he was going to be the next Rafa Varane, and you can see why. Like I don't know how we got him. I don't know why Real Madrid didn't come in and get him. Like they messed up, but sucks to be them.
I think they'll be okay.
They'll come by him in a couple of years. Yeah. Yeah,
he's on their Christmas list for 2027.
Yeah, probably so. When they don't win,
Perez has a picture.
When they only win one trophy, they got to come in and rebuild the squad.
Yep.
Standards are
Yep.
high. Um, we'll talk about the Derby here in a minute.
I remember
What's
those
that?
days. I
Yeah, yeah,
remember
yeah.
those days. Can we make conference league?
Before we move on to some Derby talk, let's mention the women's team. So they started their season with Champions League qualifiers and are currently in the third round of that, playing SK Braun tomorrow, which would be Thursday. It's a noon kickoff. I don't think it's televised anywhere. I don't think they're showing those early stage games anywhere. But if they win, they go into the
Sexist.
yeah. If they win, they go into the league phase proper. If they don't, I think they get demoted to the Europa, the new whatever they call it, the Europa Cup for the women. They have a secondary European competition, but they
I, I think Mom had said that like she was surprised the game wasn't even on MUTV. Like
yeah,
it's kind
I
of
don't know.
surprising.
I don't know. The At least they finally figured out the league game, so they got that on ESPN. There wasn't any announcement about that, and they were kind of leaving it late because they were on different networks previously. I think it was Paramount Plus, right? But now ESPN's got the rights to all the league games, and so they opened up with a big 4-0 win over Leicester to go top of the table on goal differential. So good to see that. And then they play newly promoted side London City, which I love seeing a club. Them like that's a club, London City, but they play them this Sunday at 6 a.m. on ESPN Plus. So hopefully they can keep rolling, man. They are expected, I'm sure, to do at least top three again this year. And if they get in Champions League, that helps even more if they get in the league stage. But good on them, and it's good they're on ESPN Plus, at least the league games, so we can watch them. Did you guys catch the any of the Leicester game at 6 a.m. on Sunday?
No,
Nope.
I
I
did
still,
not, but I did see
yeah, I
they
got
won
second
four
half. They
nothing,
look
which
good.
was
I
great.
mean, I don't know how Leicester's newly promoted, I think, so I don't think they're much of competition, but yeah, they're solid. So, and they got an American goalkeeper. We love that. Fallon Tulis Joyce. Yeah,
She's been great. I am a little disappointed we sent one of our better players to City, and we did get a good player
yeah, Grace
and we
from
almost
Clinton.
like
City,
we
but
almost
I
like we
am a
almost
little
like traded, didn't
disappointed.
we?
Yeah, kind of a swap. Yeah, Grace
Yeah.
Clinton was solid, but for whatever reason, I don't know why they moved her on. I didn't see the reasoning behind that because she was really good last year. So I don't know.
And they're not in Champions League, so I don't know why she would want to go play for them.
Money,
But
honey. I don't know. I don't
I
know what's
guess,
going
yeah, maybe. Yeah.
on.
Yeah, maybe.
But London City, yeah, they were newly promoted, won the league last season, and former United player Katie Zellum is there. So that'd be a good one if anyone's up early on Sunday before the Derby, 6 a.m. on ESPN Plus. And yeah, the Derby boys, it's I'm feeling pretty good about it. I think. I mean, I'm sure the more we talk about it, I'll feel less confident. I'm sure Sunday morning when I see the lineup, I'll feel even less confident. But I don't know, Alan, you feeling good about it?
Yeah, I feel pretty confident. They haven't looked great. I think City's defense is an issue, and for some reason, they didn't really buy anyone in the transfer window to try and mitigate that. So, and I think with our attacking numbers so far, we'll have chances. Whether we take them or not, I don't know. But I have a good feeling. I think if we are clinical for once, I mean, we seriously could win like 3-1 or something
If they
like that.
start
I
if
think,
they start
I,
Trafford in goal, I'll feel real confident.
yeah. I guess if Donnaruma's in there, it could be. He's a pretty good shot stopper, so that could be an issue. And depending on who we have in goal, I mean, as long as they don't do too many corners against us, we might be all right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
So
I feel
yeah,
pretty confident.
they beat Wolves bad on opening day, and they lost. They lost the last two, right? Yeah, they lost to Brighton and Spurs, right
Tottenham.
at home.
Yeah, they
Yes.
lost. They lost to Tottenham. It's always Pep Guardiola can't win against Tottenham.
Yeah, I think I low-key picked City
Dude,
to win
Tottenham
the
has a
league, and
great
after opening
record
day, I
against
was
them.
like, smart. I'm a fucking genius. And now I'm like, man, I messed up. But yeah,
But with all the injuries they have too, I don't see how they can be that
no,
confident
yeah,
either.
you listed off what like 7 or 8 guys there. Yeah, they're definitely there for the taking, and hopefully this is like Sheshko's coming out party, and he just goes off and scores a hat trick, is just wins the derby, and yeah, no, I'm feeling good about it. I think 3-1 is pretty good, Alan. I think that we're definitely going to concede, but they're there for the taking. I don't know. You think what we decided? We think Bayern's in goal. Is that unanimous?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
if Dallow's out, because I didn't really see, was it a hamstring? Yeah, so
Hamstring, I
that definitely
think.
means he's missing the game. I would think. Which who started who started the game against Burnley? It wasn't Dorgu, right? Wasn't Dallow on the left, and he started Ahmad?
Dallo was
Yeah,
on the
Yeah,
left.
it
Yep.
wasn't Dorgu, and I was surprised because I feel like Dorgu had put a really good shift in against Grimsby, and I was surprised that he didn't that Dorgu didn't play against Burnley.
Was he on the bench that game?
I think Amram is all about the minutes. He is watching those minutes like crazy, trying to keep everybody as healthy as possible.
Yeah. Let's see.
Even though we have less games this season than we've had in, 10 years?
He was on the bench that game, so I mean, I guess he's fine. I don't know. He seems like he's not like whenever
Who's fine?
Dorgu's going to be fine. Like he's not injured or anything. There's no reason why he wasn't sat for injury. It was tactical. But I would maybe think against City, Dallas would have started that for sure, just because he's playing conservatively against the better teams instead of playing Ahmad on the right. Yeah, I don't know. Now I guess Dorgu starts. Maybe he does start Ahmad. I don't know. I guess Dorgu can play on the right though, can he? And then you can stick.
The only surprise is maybe he goes Nazarari on the right instead of Ahmad.
Dorgu on the left, Yoro, Delit, Shaw, left-sided center back.
Yeah, Martinez is training again.
Yeah, what is it? Would be like November, I think, was the.
But it's probably
when
too
you go down
soon,
January, February, like 9 months would be typical. So yeah, he's probably still got.
Because I don't even think he played for Argentina. So
yeah, no, he's not playing. Just
I don't think so.
Back on the grass.
Yeah.
Then I guess we'll go Casemiro, Bruno. I mean, that sounds like some. But I guess is there a spot up top now with Cunha being out? Does that mean Bruno moves up and Mainu plays or Ugarte plays?
I mean, Cunha's been posting some videos or pictures, so it's been teasing like maybe he's okay. I mean, I'd be surprised. That he'd be back that quick from a hamstring thing, but maybe. Yeah, I'm with you. Maybe and we don't know how bad Mount is either. We just know he came off, and it was, I think,
healthy,
precautionary.
He might start alongside Casemiro or something, or maybe up as a 10 with Bruno back and then and Bumo and Sheshko.
So I think if I had to put money on it, I'd say Mainu and Bumo and Sesko up top with Casemiro and Bruno in the midfield.
I wouldn't mind seeing that.
Or maybe, I guess you could switch Bruno and Mainu. But either way, I think maybe they start.
I don't know. If Mainu starts, that bodes well for him. I mean, if he's getting this big of a game, it'd be a big opportunity too. So, I don't know. Ugarte ever going to play again in a meaningful game?
I think so. I think he'll get subbed on. He'll be a super sub.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's just kind of falling out of favor. He's like 5th or 6th choice center mid right now. He's just not, especially for an Amram guy from Sporting. You'd think he would be thriving.
He sold him though.
Yeah, I guess, but he sold him knowing he would get the United job. I mean, that's what I always. He was like, yeah.
I think Amram showed back up and was like, "Oh, you're here?
All the places.
Where did you?" I didn't know you were here.
Well, no, he went to PSG first, though, right? Yeah, he went from Sporting to PSG.
He went to PSG first, yeah, and then he stopped playing, and we bought him because their manager was like, "Nah, this ain't working." And I can't blame him. I mean, Neves and Vitinha in the midfield are doing much better.
We think Sheshko starts. Sheshko get his first start.
If Cunha and Mount are injured, then I think he definitely starts.
It's time. It is time.
What do you think, James? Is he going to start?
I hope so. I mean, that's who I'll put whenever I pick the squad with my mom. I'll be like, all right, put Sheshko on there. Like he's, I don't see why he wouldn't start. Did he play in the international break?
Yeah, he actually got an assist, a pretty nice one. But he's played, I think, 290 minutes. Or at least 190 minutes. I don't know about the second game, but I know he played 90 minutes in the first one.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
free him.
I think that's some good playing time. Did you guys see what Holland did against Moldova?
No way.
Did he get 5? Did he get 5 or 6? Yeah, he got 5.
He got 5, and some other guy that I'd never heard of got like 4. So
poor Moldova, man. And then they, the Europeans want to give us a hard time about who the USA plays over here. I'm like, come on, guys. You guys are playing Andorra and Moldova. That's
what I said to Mom, because Mom was like, are you not going to wear your England jersey? I was like, Mom, you're playing Andorra. Like, you'll be fine. Like, the USA need my help more right now.
USA needs all the help they can get. They did have a good performance last night, though. I was impressed.
Thank you, Fuller and Balogun, for being such a good player. That's But full credit to Japan; they were
Yeah.
also really good. I was definitely scared a couple times last night. I was like, we're gonna blow this. Like, there's no way we're gonna hold there's no way we're gonna hold this 2-0 victory. Like, Japan's gonna get something out of this game. I was very surprised they did not get something.
They almost did. Yeah, they almost did. But yeah, James, what's your prediction for the derby?
I'll say 3-2 United. I don't think our defense is ironclad the way we want it to be.
like it.
So I think 3-2 in our favor. I'd be very happy with it.
Who gets the winner, though, James? Who gets the winner?
And Boomer.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, Tyler, who scores?
We'll go 2-1 United with Sheshko scoring the opener, and then Brian and Buma scoring the winner. Own goal will score against us. Brian Deere will throw it in his own goal
How dare
again.
you?
Calling it now.
It'll bounce off someone's back and be totally undefendable.
Head. Yeah.
If he does that, there will be memes of Onana's face over Bayandier's face.
Speaking of Onana in the national break, did you see his goal he conceded on that breakaway where he just dove the run?
Yeah, I saw he was being chased off the field by
Cameroonian
people.
He just dove. Like the guy shot went down the middle and he just guessed like a penalty.
I honestly think his confidence is shattered right now.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Shot. Nothing. Completely shot. He didn't even come off his line, though. Like, the guy's running at you one-on-one. Like, dude, come off your line. Oh, man. Yeah, I feel bad for him. He had so much confidence coming out of Inter, and this team has shot it. I mean, some of it's his own fault,
That's what we do to players.
Nope, not anymore. We are rebuilding careers. Yep. This is where you come to follow your dreams now.
Theater
Congratulations.
Dreams. That's why they call it that.
That's right. We're rebuilding it with Ineos.
Make Old Trafford great again.
And Manu and Sesko.
All right, fellas. Well, that's it for the rundown. Anything you guys want to add before we call it a day?
City are crap and should be kicked out of the league. And,
yeah, what do we?
This shouldn't even be a derby.
About those charges?
Next month,
what's the latest on
next
those?
month at the earliest. It's always next month.
It's always
next month.
Just
just like Skinny's Norman every 2 weeks.
Kicking that can down the road.
Yeah.
I don't think I have.
Did you see that they settled on their dispute?
The Premier League sponsor or something like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Unrelated.
Gosh.
Charges,
just kick them out.
It's just
FIFA needs to ban Suarez at this point because he's a repeat offender of not only biting and physically assaulting people. He's racist, and then you have Man City just abusing the financial system however they want to become relevant. Kick them out as well. Come on, have a spine.
It was Suarez, when the Men in Blazers tweeted about it. I tweeted at them. I was like, "Yeah, Leopard didn't change his spots. More at 11. He's always been a terrible person. Terrible person when he played for Liverpool. Terrible person playing for Uruguay. Just terrible person all around.
Yeah, everywhere he goes.
So,
yeah, I was not sad to see Uruguay get bumped out of the World Cup or whenever they lose with Suarez on the field.
I had beef with them before, but since the way they played against the USA in the Copa last year, I was at that game. Well, the refereeing was also just terrible, but it's just they just play the dirtiest way possible. So it's But that might be me. That might be my mother's bias against South American teams coming out. So because she doesn't look upon them too fondly. So.
That's fair. That's fair. But yeah, that's the only thing I had left to say, Tyler. Just that little rant.
That's a good place to end it on a rant like that, Alan. So United playing the derby on Sunday at 10:30, and that game is on Peacock.
Who do we play after?
We play Brentford after that, is that right? No, Chelsea. Excuse me. I think it's Chelsea. And then it's Brentford. Yeah, it's
Chelsea
back to back.
Was like that, yeah.
And that's it. That's it for the month. Only the 3 games, or I guess, yeah, that's it. So,
yeah,
not very many. But that's okay.
But then I think United go on a run after that. That's pretty winnable, and we could. Play Liverpool.
Right, yeah.
but it's after that. There's like 5 games, 6 games that are like, all right, guys, you could go on a run and really build some confidence and maybe,
Yeah.
bump
Winning
yourselves
this
up the
weekend would
table
go a
a
long
bit.
way
So.
to getting some momentum going. So hopefully,
If we win this weekend, City will have lost 3 in a row. So I don't know when the last time that was. Actually, I do know the last time that was happening. Last year it was really funny. But I'm always down for it to happen again.
me too.
Will Pep retire if that happens?
No.
No, no.
Okay, they'll just
Maybe.
fire him. That's fine.
If actually on the subject of managers, Nottingham Forest firing Nuno Espirito Santo, and then Postecoglou's back in the Premier League. So I know they were going to end, but I was like, what? Like out of all the managers, that is not the one that I thought was going to go first. If anything, my money was on Graham Potter at West Ham. But that was
Yeah.
the first managerial change of the season that I did not see coming at all.
He wins trophies, right?
Ange
That's
is
what they
back.
want as a trophy. So I'm sure.
In his second season. So
Yeah,
not this
the
season.
next
Next
season,
season.
Nottingham Forest will be a threat to watch out for. So
Yeah, something like that because
Definitely.
they were not doing well already. Like that is just bizarre. We won't talk about that though. That's for the next pod whenever they fire Postecoglou. But guys, it's been a pleasure. Hopefully we'll see you at the pub soon. Anybody going to be there Sunday?
I'll be there Sunday. Since I'm the one driving now, like I'm hauling Mom there, for as many games as possible. So
All right, my dude.
Nice.
We'll see you Sunday.
Nice.
Everyone, thanks for listening. James, thanks for joining us. And
yes,
come
sir.
on.
Yeah, thanks, James. All right, up the Reds.